Hey everyone, Mike the Gamma Guy back at you. Today we're going to continue playing C2 Bet 4, but I want to show you something that the uh, the Lords of the Rigel Castle has added to their app in order to help you out. So if you've been playing C2 Bet 4 my way and you're going, I just don't get all the rules, all right? Let's make it easier on you. Let's come up with part of the app that can now go, okay, now there's actually 31 logics that have been built into the app. So it doesn't always just say, like I say, go ahead and stop. You don't have to keep playing through C2. You don't have to bet the next 4, right? This is actually going to help you in order to play that. I'm going to show you, instead of being on live play, I'm actually going to get on where I'm playing, and we're going to play on RNG, which is a random number generator. If you're like, how could I play this? Just another way of playing where I play. If you want to know where I play, shoot me an email, Mike the Gambling Guy at gmail.com. I'll tell you where I play, and it's not a secret. I'm just not allowed to say it on YouTube. It goes against their policy. So here on the Rigel Castle app, first of all, we're going to click up here in the upper left-hand corner. We're going to choose, they've got a bunch of different strategies that you can always choose from. But I'm going to choose C2 Bet 4. And then with C2 Bet 4, I'm going to be doing a $3 unit, because the way that what I'm going to be showing you, the recommended place to be for $1 at risk, $1 unit, is to have a $500 buy-in, right? So the minimum of that would be, for every dollar invested, you could have $150 buy-in. If you're going, I'm willing to assume some more risk, right? Your choice, totally up to you. But the Lords of Rigel Castle recommend having $1 for every $500. So I'm going to be somewhere in the middle, but I'm going to be at a $3 unit. This is also important to then add your stop loss. Now, this isn't saying $500. We're not doing the Grand Marty down here. It's not the money management we're doing. I'll show you how we get there, so you don't have to set your money management here in order to play this way. It's not the where, not how you get there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click update. So you're going to see this has got that Grand Marty. You're like, well, Mike, I don't see anything different yet. You don't. Hold on. So now I'm going to come down here to this three little lines, right? And then we're going to come up here to the shield. So we're going to turn the shield on. Kind of. We're kind of going to turn the shield on. And that's called Ring of Fire. This is specific for C2 Bet 4, right? This is how we're getting those 31 logics built into when the system's either going to tell you to wait or to go ahead and place your bet. And you just trust what the system's telling you, or what the program's telling you, because it does have a lot of logic built in from the Lords of Rigel Castle. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. There's now one other step, because you can see I still have 3, 9, 21 back here. So in order to get to my $3 unit, now I want to click the delete button. Very important part. Don't miss this. If you miss this, you're going to be playing a Super Marty or whatever money management you had sitting back there. So I'm going to hit delete, and now it's going to show my base is $3. So with the Ring of Fire, all it's looking to do is it's trying to get me to capture 3 units. So once I capture 3 units, I'm out. I'm looking for another shoe, right? I'm going to find another shoe once I've got my 3 units. And the system will actually give us a notification of that. But speaking of notifications, I also don't want to risk my entire bankroll, or going for $150 for every dollar, or even $500 for every dollar. So let's go ahead and we're going to modify our units. Now for me, at a $3 unit, I'm willing to risk $90, 30 units. Right? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and now click on my little character here. Mike the Gambling Guy is my name, but I got my little character, and I'm going to go to my alert messages. Click on that. You can see I've got this set. So alert after a 30 unit loss. And this one's not going to matter. I've got it set for 10 unit win. That won't matter. Won't get there, because it's going to say, okay, you got your 3 units, get out, right? So here I've got the set at 30. That one at least will give me an update or notification. So I'm going to click update there, and I'm just going to come back to my user profile, click on C2 Bet 4, and now we are ready to rock and roll. as far as the Rigel Castle app is concerned. And if you're going, Rigel Castle app, where do I get that? So if you just type in Rigel Castle Baccarat into your app store, or go to regalcastle.com is the website, you figure out how to get it. It goes anywhere from getting it from free up until I think it's like $1 a day, right? That's the most. And there's a lot of perks that come with doing that. You can actually jump right on every day and play right alongside with the Lords of Rigel Castle. But enough of that. Let's show you how I play. So you can see I can play on Evolution, I can play on Pragmatic. There's actually other casino sites that I could play on. But with this one, I want to show you Evolution because I want to get into single player with this. So typically I would have stayed away from single player if I was just going to go in and do C2 bet 4. Right? If I'm going in playing C2 bet 4 every time, I think the AI that runs the RNG is going to go, hey, we figured out the way this guy bets. Let's take him down. So to get there, I'm gonna exit out of that box. I'm gonna click on games, and now you can see I've got Baccarat here, but I've got first person here. So I actually want to go into first person is where I want to go, and we're going to go into first person Baccarat. Now I first saw first person Baccarat actually being played by Baccarat Nation. Right, comes in, plays Baccarat. So you can see you've got a bunch of different tables here, A through F, right? In order to do that, and for this, I'm actually going to drag my picture to the other side of the screen because this is important, right? So I've got all of these that are currently displaying. These are the hands that they're currently in. Now I kind of like this one. It's a low-lying shoe. So in order to play that, I'm just going to click on this little door, which means I'm going to join that table. So once I join that table, watch my picture. It's gonna bounce back across the other side of the screen because I've got to bring my app back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring my app back up so we're able to see what's going on here, and we're gonna tell the app where we're at. So you can see there are a number of hands that they're in, and the great thing about being in first person is I don't have a time clock. Nope, they haven't dealt yet. Right? It's not until I click the button. So it's really going to be at your speed. And the minimums are very generous as far as it goes from $1 to $1,000 here. So there should be no problem of being able to play that. So it's not 10 cents. This isn't available on Pragmatic where we can get 10-cent tables, live tables. But here we can get $1 tables that you're just taking your time at. And if you're like me, you're like, I don't really trust a computer program to deal me cards, because talk about being able to screw you. They certainly have that ability. And if you walk away from it for a second, they're like, okay, you sure you want to focus on that table? So in order to get these results in here, I'm going to click on the red light, and that's going to allow me just to go ahead and put my order entry in here. Typically, I would start on a fresh table. All right, so we got that. You can see the first win, the system's always going to tell you to wait. Then we got the second win, and now we need one more result. We need to C1, then C2, because it saw one banker. Now we need to get our second result. In order to do that here, we click this +1. So when I click the +1, I'm not going to see the cards that were dealt. It's just going to give me a result, and it's going to say that the banker was the way to go there. So on this, it's saying, this system's going, okay, I think it could go banker this time, even though you're going, you've never hit banker before. So let me go ahead and turn the red light off so it'll actually give us a dollar value. So now it's saying banker for $3. So let's go ahead and we're just gonna trust it, because this is typically where I would have went. It hasn't gone above that 2. We're gonna hang out and not chase that one, right? So we're gonna go ahead and click deal. See if it comes back and gives us a banker. And we got a banker. So there's 1 unit win. You'll see that once I click on banker. It's going to say 1 unit, takes out the commission. $2.85 is what we just put in our bank. And it's going to give us we're going to get 3 units out of this, and that's all we're going to get. So in order case to C1 and C2, this is the part I love playing this, because I don't have to wait. So I got a banker, and I've got a player. So banker, player, and this system's going to go, okay, $6. So it's like, it's going, we're going to get you those 3 units. But dang it, we're not going to wait. We're going to get you there now. Right? So that's the plan. Is the money management is totally built into this. You're just saying what's your base unit, knowing that you have at least 150 units, preferably up to 500 units is where you're at, or like me, you're somewhere in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do $6. Grab the $2 chips, light those up. $6 on the banker and hit deal. What does it know? What does it know? I don't know. But we just got our wins. So if I went, okay, we're gonna go ahead and continue, and I go, give me a hand. Okay, it has another banker, and then it has another banker. So we're gonna give that a banker there, and I'm gonna say banker, and it's saying target achieved. Choose new shoe. No, we had another banker. You see, it's not even tracking it for me anymore. I'm clicking the banker button. It's like, no. Time to go. We did your job. Now let's move out of here. So let's go ahead and we're going to delete this. We're going to refresh our shoe here because we can certainly come back. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to minimize that because now I gotta move my mug. Actually, I moved my mug too prematurely because I want to hit the back button. That's going to take us back to all of our tables. Here we've got all of our tables. Now if there's another table that I like, this one's not bad, right? A isn't bad. Let's just jump into A. It's another low profile table, and that's what I like, is a low profile table. So I'll turn the light back on here. Banker, banker, player, banker, player, banker, banker, player. It's that easy. And now because it had 2 losses and a win, and now it's had 1 loss, look, we're in the middle of a C2 bat 4, and this thing is saying, I don't like what I see, let's go ahead and keep waiting. So this is, again, using that 31 built-in logics into the Ring of Fire with C2 bat 4. So let's go ahead and we're going to just click 1, and we got a player. Player would have given us a win there, right? We missed out on that win. Okay, big deal. So let's get 2 more. So now we need to C1, C2. So we got a player, and while I'm here, we got a player. So player, player, and now it's going, okay, player's on a run. Let's put $3 at risk on a player. Player 1. I keep thinking, we're gonna get into some trouble, so we can show you how this will get you back out of trouble just by trusting it, because the system will literally tell you to wait. It's not gonna like what it sees, and it's gonna say, okay, hang out. So let's go for our next 2 units. So we've got a banker and a banker. I'll be shocked if it doesn't come back and say a banker, right? So now it wants to do that $6 again. Just like we did last time, we got our 3 units in 2 bats. Got beat by 1. Got the player there, but at least we're gonna get a little further into this progression. So now we're gonna see rebat and 2, but this one I'm gonna drag over to the player side. $12 on player. Deal me in. Got a 9 and a 4. Boom, hit player. We got our 3 units up our $9, right? So that's awesome. So let me go ahead. I'm going to minimize this. Didn't refresh it yet. And then I'm going to come back to the main stage. There's another thing I want to show you here, over here on the main stage. So if you get to a point that you're like, okay, I've run out of things that I like. I kind of like this 2x2. Again, this is just staying low profile here on D, so that would be one that I'd probably play. But you just go ahead and you click this little sweep button, and you just clear all those. All those are cleared. So now you click +1, +1. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Right? So if you're seeing any shoes down here that you're like, I really like the way those look, like I like A. I like the way that F is going. Apparently, it's had 2 ties in there, but you could certainly jump in A. If you want more, just keep clicking more till you're now you're happy and go, okay, now let's go into A. So now let's reload it back in the app. So turn on the red light, delete what was there. And this, we're going to go player, banker, banker, player, banker, player. Now we already did the work, right? Just by clicking that little +1 button. I don't have to get in here now, wait for the dealer to deal. I can deal me enough hands that it's going to work right away. If I don't want to go back and refresh all of the different shoes that I have available, you also have this shuffle shoe button right here. Right? I could just shuffle this one. I could stay in here. I like going back and seeing all the shoes reshuffled. That way I can kind of pick my favorites. But this is how easy this works. I mean, it's literally easy. I do recommend, at least for me personally, I mean, I could play a higher dollar amount, right? Again, that comes to my lack of trust in the computer. Right? If I'm going to lose 30 units, I want that 30 units to not be so meaningful to my bankroll. Now remember, I do cut my bankroll into at least 10 pieces, and I only ever have a tenth of that in the casino. So think about that as you build your bankroll and going, okay, can I put my bankroll in 10 pieces? And if I'm playing online, I'm only going to have 1/10 of it. Right? If you haven't thought about that, I'd really encourage you to think about that, because what happens? You get on tilt. You just blew through your bankroll. It's gone. Right? It's gone. So now what do? Well, typically, if you've just martingaled your bankroll away, now you're like, crap, now I got to go make more money. But if you've got 9 pieces of that bankroll left, now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to recover that lost bankroll, and then I'm going to pack that in as the 10th. And then I want to make sure that once I get my 11th bankroll, and this is where it gets kind of cool. So now I've got my 11th bankroll. I'm going to grow that 11th bankroll up until I get my 12th, right? So now if I'm playing a $3 unit or even a dollar unit, once I've got two bankrolls above my 10, now I can go ahead and I can play a higher denomination. What is that going to allow you to do? One, I mean, you're putting both of those at risk, but it is going to allow you to win more money more quickly. So then you can build up that base bankroll that you divide by 10, and then allow your bankroll to grow. That was some awesome advice that I've gotten. So what it allows me to do is then every week, what I do is I actually pull out my winnings, put all that in the kind of in the nest egg or my bankroll pile. The other half I actually pull out as income. So I actually pull it out to pay my bills. Imagine that, using gambling to pay your bills. I mean, that's kind of it's all we want to do. But I didn't start off with big money. Start off with small money, let it grow. Let those 10 bankrolls grow up over time, and now they're producing a decent amount of money. So if you have any questions, I can always make another video, I guess. Just put your comments in. But I appreciate those that have subscribed. Our subscriber base has been growing. I certainly do appreciate that, and I owe you for that. I do. And if you're the guy that hasn't hit the button, I'm sorry, I'm going to bend my finger back. Didn't owe you. That other person, that was the one that I owed. So keep making money. Win a little, win a lot. Just keep winning, right? As Rich Fortner will say, just win a little, win a lot. Just keep the money coming into your side of the house. That's what's important. So until next time, Mike the Gambling Guy, I'm out.